Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my lecturer Dr. Zairaini. My name is Wan Nur Shazwani binti Muhammad Abdul Aziz. My matric number is 257768. I'm from Yayasan Bank Rakyat. Okay, today I want to present regarding on current issues related to issue and challenges of Islamic financial market instrument and institutions. Okay, so my issue is how COVID-19 will reshape Islamic finance market. Okay. As we all know, since the inception of the Islamic finance industry in the 1970s, there has been a steady growth in demand for Sharia compliant product and service, and the industry total asset reached 2.5 trillion globally in 2019. Okay, given the headwinds posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, the volatility in oil price and the uncertain macroeconomic environment, the Islamic finance industry faced an unprecedented challenge to its development. Nevertheless, COVID-19 is also shifting the dynamic in the industry, and the outbreak may create new opportunities for Islamic finance market by accelerating trends such as socially responsible investing, sustainability, and digitalizations. The impact of the 2008 global financial crisis on Islamic bank and financial institutions was largely minimal due to the prohibition against speculation and risk asset class in the industry. However, the COVID-19 pandemic will have a more severe and deeper impact on Islamic finance market, as the current crisis in affecting small and medium enterprise as well as low income and minimum wage individuals particularly hard. Compared to conventional banking, Islamic finance has a larger exposure microfinance and retail lending, especially in Asia. Despite government measures such as Indonesia tax break facility and Malaysia special relief facility for SME, these businesses are still under immense financial strain given the lockdown measure and store closure imposed to contain the COVID-19 outbreak. Beyond its immediate economic implication, COVID-19 is also forcing the Islamic finance industry to adapt to rapidly evolving market conditions and speeding up the pace of emerging trends such as digitalization to mitigate the impact of the outbreak. Even before the COVID-19 pandemic, Islamic banks have been trying to catch up with conventional banking counterparts by stepping up investment in digitalization to reduce operating expense, boost revenue, and automate internal process. As financial institutions around the globe implement remote work policies and homebound safety measures amid the outbreak, there has been a considerable increase in digital banking transaction and activity, which in turn provide an added impetus driving the digital transformation push across Islamic bank. This may include increased automation of processes to minimize the need for human contact as well as digital structure for liquidity management. Against the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic, fintech will continue to play a significant role in the industry development in the coming years by improving access to financial service and transforming Islamic social finance. In Indonesia, where Islamic financial institution disbursed 16 million in corporate social responsibility fund in 2018, the National Committee for Islamic Finance has partnered a centralized quick response code payment platform owned by 4 Islamic units of state-owned bank to develop a digital platform for distributing Islamic social finance fund and to help Islamic finance cooperative better manage fund from zakat and wakaf payment. Another new development was the acceptance of zakat payment in the form of cryptocurrencies in 2018. In response to consumer demand, Islamic Finance microfinance firm Blossom Finance Jakarta office began accepting payment made directly via the blockchain to a wallet address held a cryptocurrency exchange in Indonesia. The funds are then distributed via an Islamic financial cooperative to any of the 87 microfinance institutions Blossom has partnered with. In April 2020, the United Nations Development Programme highlight several Sharia-compliant financing instruments that could be part of the integrated pandemic response plan, including zakat, charity, and sukuk Islamic bond to help countries prepare, respond, and recover from the pandemic. UNDP partnership Basnas Indonesia National Zakat Collection Agency has been in place since 2017. This collaboration provides an example of how zakat stakeholders can systematically link their project with the Sustainable Development Goal, including in response to crisis. The ongoing COVID-19 outbreak has prompted financial institutions across the globe to pay greater attention to environment, social, and governance risks to build greater resilience in their business operations and supply chains, and we believe that Islamic finance market will see a similar trend as well. In fact, an analysis of the 6,554 companies in Refinity EIKON global database show that Sharia compliant screening can do much to improve ESG performance, and Sharia compliant companies to which Islamic financial institutions will direct capital have ESG score that are on average 6% higher than for those included by the Sharia screening process. The principal source of ESG risk facing Islamic bank is embedded in their balance sheet to the financing they provide, and it is becoming clear to financial institutions around the world that ESG risks will affect their potential profitability, portfolio risk level, and return on capital. Not only will improving ESG risk management benefit the bottom line, the strategic shift toward responsible finance will also unblock new opportunities for Islamic Bank to differentiate itself from peers and unlock new business opportunities in the post-COVID environment.
Financial crisis and Islamic finance. The global financial crisis affected all major banking and financial institutions, but some countries were obviously affected more than others. In both terms of initial impact and speed of recovery, the Islamic banking and finance industry has surpassed all Western conventional numbers. But to understand why the Islamic banking industry is so successful and what makes them so different from conventional banks, let us find out the top 5 major reasons of resilience of financial crisis in Islamic finance. Number 1. Sharia justice. The basic premise of a bank is the same throughout the world, but how they function can be completely different. In the case of Islamic finance, banks must abide by the rules of Sharia law. The bank is more than just a business that operates to make a profit in Islam. It is seen as a form of justice. Everyone is supposed to give and take under the same rules, and interest does not play a role, as it is an unfair rule that only one side gets to benefit from. Sharia prohibits usury, speculation, gambling, and unethical predatory practices. These things are, ironically, the very causes of what rots and eats away at the foundations of countries that operate under the rules of Western or conventional banks. Number 2. Relationships. The citizens' relationships with conventional banks is always in the form of a creditor to debtor, unlike Islamic banks. Everything revolves around interest rates and credit worthiness. This prevents any real relationship with the bank, thus its lack of contribution to the communities around them. Islamic banking has to provide an equal service and maintain a trust with the community in order to prosper. Number 3. Investments in the bank. When one deposits their money into a conventional bank with the intent to save and earn an interest, that bank must pay back those monies in the event of a financial collapse. This is law under the FDIC minimum. Islamic banks do not have such a law, nor do they have the guaranteed interest for keeping said money in a savings account. This may seem bad for the customer, but it is also what allows their banking industry to prosper with confidence. Number 4. The treatment of money. Unlike a conventional system, Islamic finance does not see money as a commodity in of itself to be sold or traded at a higher value than what it is printed at. Money is merely a tool to promote economic activity and freedom to exchange goods more efficiently, as money does. Islam sees other valuable commodities like silver, gold, and raw materials as money, but not the important food staples like rice, wheat, and salt. Number 5. Economic development. Instead of growing a bank's reserves through all the frauds, scams, and predatory practices that are common in conventional banks, Islamic banks grow their profits by investing in tangible businesses. This creates more growth in the economy while turning a profit from the initial investment. It's a win-win for banks and their stakeholders. Conventional banks are mostly looking for short-term returns on their investment, so it's rare to see conventional banks make large investments with their own money. We may conclude that during a financial crisis, Islamic financial institutions prosper because of all of these reasons. Public trust with conventional banks continues to fall, especially when lending practices have not improved with the public despite economic growth. When banks follow a law that is built around justice, they don't invest all their resources into earning more from less. Everyone prospers.
So that's all my present. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.